LeBron's had an exceptional talent. Kawhi Leonard like hands,
right,
which is about as good of a compliment as you can get. Batum with White to beat, whistle and a foul. Late in the clock, Paul George going to have to create something. Gets downhill, gets it to a wide open Kawhi Leonard for three, and he knocks it in. Leonard comes away with his first rebound. 4:14 to play in the first quarter. George for three.
Tough
Got
shot.
it.
Right, that's a tough shot. Great defense that time by Levine.
Lou Williams out there right now for Ty Lue. Leonard driving. Nice touch pass from Kennard. George holds the finish with half a second and knocks down the three. And the Clippers cut the lead down. George, count the basket and send him to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Beverly to an open senior for the trade. Speaking of Zubats, keeps it alive, and the Clippers reshuffle the deck. They deal it back to senior, corner three, and he knocks it in.
You know what I mean? So he's kind of the de facto kind of leader, and sometimes you do need that default veteran player to be a great voice.
Zoo does look much better today than he did in those two games against the Warriors. George misses short, long rebound goes back to George.
Yeah, his activity is up. I think it is, you know, in regards to Zoo. And then
Chicago shooting 53%, Clippers at 42%. And now Kawhi for the trade. Got it. And the Clippers creep to within one on their 7th-3 of the first half.
they compete at a high level.
Well, in the one game they played last year in Chicago, they gave the Clippers all they could handle. In fact, the Bulls won the game as Batum knocks down the 3 in the 8th of the first half.
8 rebounds. That's more like who you are right now. But again, Billy's Donovan's offense is evolving. A beautiful play.
Nice. George late in the clock, posting on the smaller White. Kawhi knocks it in, and Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers pull to within 4. 71-64. Mentioned it going to break. The Bulls have hit all 4 of their shots. Clippers are 5 for 6. This is George for 3. They are 6 for 7.
Used his size at 6'5" just to shoot right over the top.
Leonard, can he retaliate? Yep. He does! Dueling banjos again. It's back to 4.
Coming up and forcing Zach LaVine to get the ball out to Wendell Carter in the lane. And I love the adjustment the Clippers have made.
Lob to Leonard from George coming out of the timeout. And it is all systems go now. Kawhi with 31.
It's not as difficult as it may seem.
Paul George unloads a 3. Book it for Paul George. He has 22 and has 5 of a kind here.
Oh, yeah.
Great defense by Lou Williams. And he sends it forward to George with White to beat. Bouncing into defenders and leaves it in. Clippers by 3.
Right here, good defense. Step back.
George gets the inbound and is mugged at half court. He'll go to the free throw line here for a couple.
Don't allow him to get it up.
That's an interesting point. I know that in Doc Rivers' first year, Ty Lue was on the bench. The Bulls putting up the second best shooting performance this season. Philadelphia had a game in which they shot over 61%. Clippers lead by 3. Inbound goes to George, immediately fouled. He gets a return trip to the stripe.
That opened up more room for Paul George and Kawhi, basically one-on-one to kind of get open, get free to receive the pass from out of bounds.
There it is. Okay. 27 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds, and a couple of steals. There's a lot of pieces of that game ball that could be broken up because some big efforts today for the Clippers. Paul George.